So, welcome in our new talk in the series of Roadmap to Innovation in Surgery. Today, we have a very good topic, which is tools for innovation in surgery. Well, remember from last time that we got through the history of innovation in surgery, then we talked about the foundation of innovation, which is surgical research. We described how to model surgical intervention, and we talked about multidisciplinary team and how can this team stimulate innovation. So today we will talk about innovation tools. Are you ready for the journey? So fasten your seatbelts, ignite your curiosity, and let us start the journey. Let us start by defining innovation. So what is innovation? Well, innovation is the practical implementation of ideas. Why? To get new goods or service or improvement of what we are offering from goods or service. Innovation involves transforming creative concepts to tangible outcomes. And these tangible outcomes will improve efficiency and effectiveness, or they might address unmet needs. It doesn't need to be complex undertaking. Simple, need-driven solutions can make great impact. Just take this example. The three-point belt was invented by Volvo Cars in 1959. It was listed as the eighth most important invention of century. And you know what? This simple innovation during the 6 years of use, it saved about 1 million people and reduced the risk of death in accidents by about 45%. Simple, need-driven solutions can make a great impact. Think about this. So back to our roadmap. So let's say that we studied the history of innovation in surgery. We wrote the theoretical work required for surgical research because we talked that the theory is very important. We need to have solid scientific foundation for what we are doing. Then we made a model of surgical intervention and we built the multidisciplinary team that will start working on innovation. So what is the next step? Well, the next step is to start brainstorming. Brainstorming techniques is how to tackle gaps in knowledge and develop new need-driven solutions. There are many of what we call mind mapping applications: FreeMind, XMind, MindMaster, LucidChart. We can use this for brainstorming. Some of them they are easier than others, but skills are needed when using these mind mapping tools, but they are very useful, I can tell you. When we had started the brainstorming, then the next thing is we start design thinking and using the resources for design. And here we can use the design kit developed by IDEO or the Stanford D School. These both are very good design thinking resources. So now we made the brainstorming. We have a kind of design of what we want to do. Now it's time to feedback. Here we have whiteboarding and visual collaboration tools. Some of them may be well known, such as Google Docs and Miro. Some of them less known as Microsoft Whiteboard and Mural visual work platforms. Why we need this? Because after doing the brainstorming, the idea might be non-realistic, the idea might be strange. We need feedback from the team. The team will go through forth. They will have ideas on those whiteboard, and those ideas will be discussed. This is part of the development, and really, it's the interesting part of innovation. But you go to sleep while you are thinking, you wake up while you are thinking about this. It's a beautiful life. So after having the design, somehow we will try to make a prototype. Prototype is just something that represent our design. The primitive, the most simple thing of our design. Maybe it's a software or it's a physical product. To make this, there are many wireframing and mockups tools such as Balsamic, Sketch, Figma, and to make the user interface. And let me say, for those who don't know what is the user, who do not know what is the user interface. Well, user interface, it shows the user how this will work. Remember when Steve Jobs wanted to show the iPhone, he took the kind of instruments, simple instruments, and made some pictures and showed that this will be like this. There was no back end, no program, nothing there, just few pictures showing that this will be like this. And this is the user interface. To do this, we have the Adobe XD, InVision, which is really very good one, and the Marvel user interface design. If our product is physical product, 3D printing, for example, then we can use AutoCAD, Fusion 360, or SolidWorks. So now we have the design and prototype. We need to experiment. And this can be used with A/B testing to evaluate different treatment approach, for example, or just simply clinical trials. It's not simple, of course, but I mean, the concept is known. So it is not a strange concept for you. So then we need to have analysis because we need the tool, and now we use the tool or the prototype. So we need to analyze the data. And for this, we can have data analytics tools such as Tableau or Power Business Intelligence or Google Data Studio. We can make statistical calculations and modeling using the platforms such as R, which is, by the way, free of charge, SPSS, which is very expensive, and SAS and Stata. Both they are very good and effective statistical analysis tools, but they need skills. So, and then the machine learning tools such as TensorFlow, PyTorch, and scikit-learn, and the Python, which is most known for programming for machine learning. So now we have analysis, we have the data. So the next step is to see how can we market this product. Now we made the product, we developed it, we tested it, we have a data set showing us that it works. People are happy about this, but this is not enough. We need to market it. Here I want to say something. When we talk about marketing, market research analysis tools, it is something beyond our knowledge as surgeons. But I want you to know that this thing exists. And when you think about innovation, taking care of that, one of your teams is also ready to help in this by marketing research, because this is very important for any innovation. Otherwise, innovation would be just an idea on the shelf. So you know some of them such as SurveyMonkey or Google Forms and list extent type form. They can make a survey and questionnaires, and they have marketing. There are market intelligence tools such as Statista, IBS, Word, CB Insights, and very important to have an idea about what is happening in social media. And there are what they call social media listening tools. HotSuite, Brandwatch, Sprout Social. This is very important, especially for the new generation. The young generation, they are very attached to the social media. If you are not there on social media, so you are not existing to some of them anyhow. So it's very important to have all those tools. Then this is also something that beyond our knowledge, it needs some people who are dedicated or have studied this project management and how to manage the project when the project gets bigger. Agile management is the iteration cycles of management of the project, and there are many tools for this, such as Jira, Trio, Asana. Kanban boards is the boards where the amount of work is allocated for different team members, and they can see who is doing what. And then we have the Gantt charts, where you can see in those Gantt charts the progress and what is expected according to the time. So you imagine what is going on today, and what is expected to be there in 3 months, and what's expected there in 1 year, for example. And here you have Microsoft Project, Team Gantt, and Smartsheets. Some of those project management tools are known for you, such as Microsoft Teams and Slack video conferencing can be used also, especially if you have a global team, which we, by the way, encourage you to do. And file sharing, such as Google Drive, Dropbox, and Microsoft OneDrive. There are also security privacy tools and tools for quality management systems. These are very specialized and need some kind of skills to use them. So now we need to document what we are doing and how effective it is and how to do this. Documentation is, we can use simply Google Docs. It can be shared, that's easy. We can use some tools such as Notion or Confluence. For data entry, if we want to have it in clinical trial, if you want to continue testing this, then we have the RedCap and Excel. And for version control, we have Bitbucket, which is really good, and GitHub. They are both really good for version control. So there's something which is called project wikis. Here, people in the project, the multidisciplinary team, members of the team, they can put their ideas, their text, and the thing that they think about the project, and then the project description about different details in the project. And here there are also some tools such as Slab and Noclino and Tetra for project wikis. Now, when we talked about those tools, it might be the first time you hear about them. That's okay. The idea is just to have that in your mind, that when we talk about innovations, it's not just an idea, it's a kind of long way and you need to think about it. Remember from the last talk, we talked about why multidisciplinary team approach is good, because it provides holistic solution, patient-tailored treatment, and this will lead to improved patient outcomes. Additionally, multidisciplinary team will help you through innovation, because they can have their own skills, different skills. The different team members, they have different skills. And the definition from the previous slide, also from the previous talk, sorry, we said that the multidisciplinary team is a kind of team composed of professionals from various disciplines with diverse skill sets and knowledge bases. And here it's very important, those tools, you cannot master all those tools. So you need somebody mastering the marketing tools, somebody mastering the analytics tools, and so on. So diverse skill sets and knowledge bases in the team, and the team will work together towards a common goal where each member of the team contribute with their unique expertise and perspectives. So the result will be the team can address complex medical challenges. There are, of course, limitations and challenges to using those innovation tools, starting with the tool complexity, because you need skills to use those tools. Even so, those tools such as Google Document, I learn every day when I use those Google Documents, and I have been using this for many years. So it is not as simple as we think, but there is fortunately, many documents, videos to answer your questions, so you can learn quickly and continue to develop your skills. Some of the tools are free of charge, open source, and let's such the Google tools. Some of them they cost, so the cost is another challenge. Some of the tools can be biased because they are developed for special situations and they lack customization, so you cannot change them to your needs or integrate them in your work routines. One important challenge is the resistance to change, because each time you come with a new tool and your team need to adopt this tool, need to learn it, so there will be some kind of resistance. However, these challenges are not insurmountable. That's to say, there are solutions for these challenges. We can tackle those challenges, as we said in the last talk, through building a good leadership, developing those collaborative tools together, and use time in team building. Team building in private sector is very important, but it is very neglected in the public sector, because in the public sector we think that we are reducing the cost, we are squeezing the cost. Actually, we are squeezing the cost, yes, but when the team is not working well, So the cost will be huge. So it is better to use this cost in team building. Team building is very important. Now, in any modeling, think about this temple. This is a Sumerian temple, and this temple represents whenever you have a model for innovation, you need to identify the appropriate research question. For example, would AI really be appropriate for this research question? Then you need to engineer the model, and then you need to deploy the model, thinking about the regulation, generalizability of the model and deployment, and thinking about the commercialization. And I think involvement of low and middle income countries is always an advantage because you will get diversity in your data set, you will get more innovation, as we already talked about this. So this is what open source research collaboration approach to innovation. We work to build solid foundation, which is based on scientific research and building the multidisciplinary teams, stimulating those multidisciplinary teams to invent AI-driven solutions, and then iteration of those AI-driven solutions to obtain good results. We have done this in different parts of the world, and we would be happy to come to your hospital, your university, and doing those workshops and courses because through these workshops and courses, we are breeding innovators. And this is very important. So next talk will be about using the feedback to improve surgical innovations and the role of professional conferences. Until that time, stay tuned. If you want to hear more about innovation in surgery, visit our website, ocrc.network. Thank you.